What's going on, everybody? Resale Rabbit here. We are ready to do another estate. We're on a bit of a busy road, and I don't think there's parking allowed, but we're gonna make it work. So it's been a couple of months since I've been here, so I don't remember anything about the inside, but we got the key. Let's go in and see what we got. Here we go. Typical grandma house. Lots of stuff. So we're starting in the living room here. We'll do a little walkthrough. Lots of stuff in here. Antiques. Hopefully we find some good jewelry. In the dining room here, the kitchen table set stays, the appliances stay, and then pool stuff, and they've got some more cleaning stuff marked throughout. We got this nice large room back here with a whole bunch of stuff. There is a pool outside, but it is fenced off, so it shouldn't be an issue. This is a pretty large house. Big room here. Let's go this way. We'll just do a quick walkthrough before we start digging. We got a bathroom here with this is interesting, door that goes outside from the bathroom, which I guess is nice if you're in the pool and you want to come in this way, shower off and whatnot. We've got a bedroom here. So the story is the homeowners passed away and the family hired us to sell off everything in the house. They're in the same state. That's a nice little table there. But they're a pretty good distance away, a few hours, other side of the state. So they basically just gave us the key and said, get rid of it all. These are nice. Fun story. The daughter randomly dropped off the key at our warehouse yesterday. Well, yesterday we were off-site at that car dealership auction, so nobody was there. So there were like 3 voicemails. She said, "Oh, I found your mailbox," so I put it in your mailbox. She put it in an envelope tucked between some catalogs in the mailbox, and then put the flag up. So I'm really glad that she showed up after the mail. Here's another stone. Oh no, this is a candle. Never mind. Then we've got another bedroom or an office here. Whole bunch of stuff mixed throughout here. I can tell there's gonna be a pretty good amount of trash here. Ooh, cross pen. Those usually do decent. Furniture seems like decent quality antiques for the most part. You know, this desk probably isn't going to sell, but we'll give it a shot. And then we'll take a walk to this side of the house. I like that butter dish. So we've got a garage. So there was originally a vehicle. There was a Ford Ranger, but they were gonna have us sell it, but they ended up finding somebody else to buy it. So we got a riding lawnmower, we got a snow blower, and just a whole bunch of stuff stored throughout here. Fridge, I have to ask if we're selling that fridge. Because usually garage fridges get sold. This is kind of neat right here. So all sorts of different stuff. What is this note? Okay, this is just maintenance details for the garage door. She said there was some snow removal stuff in the garage that they cordoned off and put a note on. I don't see it. So we got a snowblower here. There are no notes on it. It said shovels though. Snowblower here, no notes on it. I think that's the same as mine. I don't see shovels. We'll find it. Maybe they're out in the outside or something. And we've got a basement here. And this basement is full. So let's start this way. See if I can find a light switch. I found one. So we got a patio set down here. Who knows what we're gonna find on these shelves. All sorts of different, there's more stuff stored back there. There's a lot of stuff in this house. And then we'll continue on from this little room into here. This one, see, the light switch is lit up. That's handy. In this room, so this room has something really cool. Let's see. Right there. So that'll go in my collection. I'll put that on its own so I can buy it for $2. Although I have a feeling I'll probably have a few viewers bidding on it. Some of these sets might be decent. I mean, there's just so much stuff in this house. Got some cameras here. We've got a big dollhouse here with a lot of miniature furniture. Some in boxes, and I think he said we'll probably be finding some of that all over the house. A&W set down there. Oh, this is interesting. Tiles are falling off. I wonder if there was a fireplace here at one point. But just all sorts of different stuff in here. And then we'll continue on into this room. We can find, here we go. So this room, not super well lit, but we get sewing stuff. There's a serger here that should do really well. We've got, looks like some sort of couch there. Exercise equipment, vintage hats. These will do well. Continuing on over here. We got a treadmill, some tapes, a power scooter, all sorts of different stuff through there. Now we're back up by the stairs. This is not being sold. Oh, not included in auction because it's running down here. So we're back to the stairs. We basically made a lap around. We've got a little workbench tool area here. Is this the light? There we go. So I can't imagine there's gonna be anything really good in here, but you never know. And then we've got back there, the washer and dryer is not being sold, so they marked that too. So I wonder, first off, I wonder if there's a light switch back here. And second, I wonder if, since the fridge outside didn't have one of those, if that's good to go. I don't even see, there's this light. I don't see a pull chain or anything on it. I'll have to figure out how to turn that on. These aren't marked either, so I'll have to find out. And then we've got a little bathroom in here. A very interesting little bathroom. Not the nicest looking bathroom, but so that is the house. I think there's more outside, but not much. Look at the bottom of that door, the light coming in. That door needs a new seal on the bottom. So let's go out here. We'll take a look outside. Got a whole bunch of patio furniture. Kind of mixed bag of patio furniture. Some more odds and ends over here. That looks like a chairlift for a pool. We're not doing any of the pool stuff. And how do we get out of here? This is a very nice lot actually, because it backs up to like a wooded area. There's more to the lot than just this. There we go. So we got more stuff out here. And then you can see, you got no neighbors behind you. It's all wetlands. So there's a bunch of like decorative items out here that can be sold. And then there's a shed over here. We got a frame for a swing. We'll list it. I don't know that, oh no, this is really rotten. I'm not gonna list that. That's falling apart. Fire pit, a whole bunch of chairs here. This wood, oh, that's probably, the swing is probably in there. That looks like the swing. I think we'll probably list it. Maybe someone will take it for firewood. And then in here, I don't even know if this door is attached. Holy cow. A bunch of stuff in here. We may pull that tiller out and just do the rest as one lot. That might be the best option here. Mitch found some stuff.
Oneida Casino chip.
50 cents.
50 cents.
What if they even make those anymore?
We got some jewelry. Not seeing anything crazy in there, but let's get down to the nitty gritty here. Look what I found.
Ooh, silver.
Half. This is not a silver half, but still. We got some Eisenhower dollars and another not silver half.
What is this? Oh, that looks nice.
I also found the smallest little box of Pepsi.
You dropped something down here. A solid gold earring. Probably not. Oh, there's another Ike dollar in there.
Yeah. But that means that there's jewelry in the house.
Oh, he showed me. I wonder if he took it. There was some coins or some red seals over here. And I told him but don't deposit them, sell them. There were a couple other $2 bills that I said just deposit. I wonder if he ended up taking them or if they're squirreled away in the house somewhere. Mitch got excited. This should be pretty valuable.
That goes on a stand too.
We also found a blow mold that I've never seen before. Here, a Christmas cookie. What is this? Another blow mold I've never seen before. Little one. No clue if it's worth anything. So this one, we just looked it up and we both saw it at the same time. It's worth about 200 bucks. We got 2 more up here.
Hey, dude.
Dude, where's my hat?
Dude, where's my hat? Oh. Okay.
So we got a Nintendo DS here and more jewelry, and Mitch says there's gold.
Can't quite make it out. 14K?
Nice.
Ah, yes, of course.
Do you have allergies or something?
Achoo!
A lot of these old houses, they don't have power outlets outside. So here's one way to get you a power outlet. It's not even grounded. That's a way to do it. So I just realized this shed actually has 2 doors. There's a lean-to on the side, and look what we see in here.
We found more blow molds.
And then a whole bunch of crap. So we'll take the blow molds out and the rest will all be one lot. All right, so we got all this gold here. We're gonna see how much it is. I guess 15 grams, you guess 28 grams.
Dang.
Oh, is there any more in there? 14.16.
Oh. Oh, because this was in there. I was going by.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure.
Look at that. You know what that is?
Screwdriver?
No.
What is it?
It's for doing this.
Ah. All right. Well, as we can see, I was right. So a little update on the photography house. The Jeep, if you watched the video, it didn't start. We sent it to the dealer. I'm heading to the dealer now because it's nearby the house that we're doing. The guy who bought it got an offer from the dealership, so he wants to sell it to the dealership basically. So basically the dealership is taking over the sale. So I had to send over a legal document for him to sign, basically saying that we satisfied our responsibility and he is signing over his interest in the vehicle to the dealership. And then I had to draft up the paperwork to officially sell it to the dealership. And I am dropping off the title now. So the vehicle ultimately did sell, just in a little convoluted way. Can you imagine spending 200 grand on a Mopar product? So I'm getting lunch now. They have a Mountain Dew Baja Blast pie. I initially ordered 2 until I saw they were 20 bucks each. I didn't realize it was a full-size pie. I thought they were like little personal things. I was gonna get one for me and one for Mitch, but we are definitely gonna try this. So I got something stupid for us to try.
Oh boy, what's that?
Come over here and look. It's a Mountain Dew Baja Blast pie.
Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no.
Oh, it's sealed up here.
No, 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 no. No.
This is not a one-hand operation here.
That's what it looks like. Oh God. Why is it green?
This was $20, by the way. Look at it compared to my hand.
Oh my God.
Yes, we have to try
Oh,
this.
there goes the rest of my day. It looks like Play-Doh. All right.
Look how thick this is. It also has the consistency of Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's Baja Blast.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely Baja Blast, but it's got the consistency of like
Play-Doh.
like ointment. it's like I'm like chugging shampoo. Like
It's
why-
so thick.
Why?
It's like silly putty.
Look. I will. Okay, watch. I'll get it on the very end here, right? And you can lift up the whole thing. And yeah. Oh, there you go. See, like it's like a blizzard. You can turn it upside down and it won't fall out.
This is awesome.
It's so bad.
It bent up the tines on the fork. That's how thick this thing is.
Cheap thick boy.
May have smoked out this garage starting this lawnmower. 2 bodies found in home in Bellevue. Baja Blast pie found in their stomach. Unsure if related. Would you believe me if I told you that this gray carpet was pink? Well, here's how I know. Where the bed used to be, that's the edge here. I think this was a water bed just with the harsh edge there, and we found sheets for a water bed. You can see where this table was here too, more pink. This used to be a pink carpeting, and it does not look at all like it should be pink. That would be a good place for a picture. We found some ashtrays in the house and this definitely indicates that there was smoking in this house, but it does not smell at all like cigarettes. I also noticed, take a walk into the living room here, look around the door. I don't know why, if maybe they had this open and the smoke kind of worked its way out, but I feel like that would make this the dirtiest part. I have no idea. It is shocking to me that this does not smell like an ashtray in here. So far we're in the house with some dishware. These are pretty cool. We had some vintage Packers glasses. I like this salt and pepper shaker set. It's a chicken, I think. Maybe it's seashells. I don't know, it looks like a chicken to me. We've got this mushroom set here. Those should do really well. We're just kind of filling out the counters. In here, we're bringing smalls upstairs, higher value smalls. We got a bunch of records. I didn't really look through them, but it doesn't look like anything special. I wonder if there's any special, like, autographed books in here. I wonder if that one's autographed. We literally just did a lot of Packer cups. Don't wake a sleeping rabbit. I can't find Mitch anywhere. Darn lazy employees. Oh, hi, Santa. Now, where is Mitch?
Ho, ho, ho. I'm Space Santa.
Mitch, you gotta see this.
He's no longer here. He's on the naughty list.
He probably is keeling over from that Baja Blast pie.
That was terrible.
So we got about 100 lots done and a ton of sorting. Garage is done. And then we've been bringing notable items up here. This is a KitchenAid stand mixer. Just random notable things. We got all the jewelry done. We're bringing that back to the warehouse to put in the safe. And this is where we're leaving off for the day. So we are back. We've got the kitchen done. We're starting over here. But I do like a cookbook about soups that help you poop.
I am such a mean person, I make onions cry.
I'm pulling stuff out from under the bed here, and I found a safe. I don't know if the family got to it. It's got the key in it. Looks like it's all papers. Nothing special in the safe, but it does say papers in here can be disposed of upon my death. But there's like death certificates of people and stuff that seems important. Well, this has to be the coolest mattress I've ever seen. Why can't they still look like that? Mitch put this in the bathroom so she would watch me poop. I'm very uncomfortable with this. So we are still working on this room, but we're bringing a lot of the smalls in here. And of course, that's gonna be super time consuming. These are really cool. They remind me of the old Nickelodeon logo. But anyways, so with that, we were gonna do the living room next, but I think it's getting too dark. I think we'll save that for Monday. So we'll finish this up and do the bedrooms. These have been kind of cleared out to just large items and then lots, like the contents of the top there. Same with in here. Now in here, after I take the pictures of this, I think I'll box it all up. Oh, I didn't empty out the clothes out of here. I gotta do that yet. So large items and contents of lots. Same thing in here. This one got the biggest change in how well it was cleaned out. This is a really nice dresser. And these are hit or miss. Sometimes a dresser like this will sell for 250 bucks. Sometimes they'll sell for $6. It just depends who's watching. They're very hit or miss. And then I filled up this closet with all the linens and clothing. Look at this. Grandma candy. I bet this is so good. My grandma used to have these all the time. It's definitely looking like a garage sale in here. Just all sorts of different stuff. I think this goes with the Christmas stuff over there. I'm glad that safe had the key with it, so at least we can sell that. And then we still have to do this half of the room, the big stuff. Yeah, we're definitely waiting on this living room. It's just gonna be too dark in here, but if we do this first thing Monday, we should have a decent amount of natural light coming in. I hate that they don't have overhead lights in a lot of living rooms. I don't know if that's a regional thing, if that's everywhere. My house was like that, and the very first thing I did when I bought the house, so I wired in a bunch of can lights, and it's so much nicer. There's a regular window down here in the basement. You can see all the dirt built up in it. I have no idea why there's a regular window, but there's some sort of draft. Push that in, and it just inflates. I think this is just a regular house window that's completely buried. Well, they told me not to, but I've put all of my eggs in one basket. I'm gonna get them back. You can't really see. So I'm at the warehouse waiting for the last video to export. And while I do that, I decided to go through my Miracle collection. I currently have 130 or 131 copies. This DVD has both versions. So 130 if you count that as one, 131 if you count that as two. A whole bunch of this one on VHS right here. This is the 96 version. Although I'm collecting any version of Miracle on 34th Street, my goal is 5,000 of the 96 version on any medium. It doesn't need to be on VHS. But anyways, so that's that one. We've got this version of the old 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 one. They made a lot of different cover arts for those. We got the slip cover for the recent one. Only 4 of those, actually. I've got a Betamax tape. This is from Doug and Kayla from Riverbend Resale. And I've got Laserdisc version. This is from Kevin Lee. I put his sticker on there. This is just a plastic slip cover. It's not original to it at all, so I'm perfectly comfortable putting a sticker on it. DVDs. These two came from a viewer, Ruth, but both of them actually gave me a lot of them on here, but they gave me my first DVDs. And then these are all brand new factory sealed copies, slipcover, clamshell, and slipcover of the old version, clamshell of the old version. I actually don't have any of the clamshell of the old version used. They're all brand new. So that is exciting. If you're new here, you don't follow the channel, want to know why I'm doing this, I randomly stumbled across like, I don't know, 10 or 12 copies at a thrift store, and it cost like 40 cents for all of them. So I decided to start a new collection. I later found out that somebody has the Guinness record for most copies of the same movie. It's Titanic, fairly well known. I think they're called Titanic Fan, and it's like 4,000 or 5,000 copies. My goal is to beat their record, but I'm gonna beat it with Miracle on 34th Street, which is tougher because they're not as common as Titanic. But we did find one in this house that we're doing, and I put it on its own so I can bid on it and hopefully win it for $2. I can't imagine anybody else is going to bid on Miracle on 34th Street on VHS by itself. They're probably going to be wondering why that was lauded by itself and surprised it sold. Unless a viewer bids on it to give it to me. If that happens, I'm not bidding more than $2. It's not worth more than $2 to me. But if any of you happen to come across copies while you're out thrifting, garage sailing, the link where you can send them to me is down below in the description, and I would appreciate it very much. A lot of these came from generous viewers like you. I feel like this is PBS. This collection is brought in part by generous viewers like you. And Christiana got a whole bunch for me too. She actually went on eBay and bought all the ones she could find under $5 when I first started the collection. It was probably the first 50 copies or so, other than the ones that I found at that store. And then, of course, I found some while I was thrifting and garage selling, but a majority of these came from viewers. Hold on, I think I've got more. At the last auction, the car dealership one, the one that video is uploading, I could have sworn I mentioned it on the video. I don't remember it from editing. Maybe it wasn't that auction. There should be some miracles in a paper bag that Ruth and her husband gave me at one of the last auctions. Ah, right here. They didn't get put in the pile yet. And the reason I don't remember it from editing a minute ago is because it was not from the car dealership auction, it was from the photography studio auction. Boy, that's quite the variety of cover arts and the clamshell of this version used, which I just said I didn't have a copy of. There's my first version of that. First version of this, other than those two, which were on my very first purchase, and then some other ones mixed in here. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 more copies. That puts me at 138 or 139 if you're counting that as two. Couple more interesting things. I noticed some different logos. This is one of the ones that I just grabbed out of the bag, so that's not new, but these two have different logos. And over here, this one has the 50th anniversary, not that. And this is one of the ones that I just grabbed out of the bag too, so that makes it a little different. The new version has that on it. So, all right, that's enough Miracle on 34th Street for one video. I know I'm talking a lot about these movies, but I think I need to start looking up for a little dry erase board that I can keep here so I can always have an accurate count. I'm not going to go buy one, so hopefully I find one in a storage unit or an estate we're doing or on a pallet. But this video is ready to upload, so I can finally go home. Well, it's day 4. I didn't really film anything yesterday. We finished the main floor. We were just in a rush to get it done. So far, pretty rough day. I'm leaving the house. It's 10 in the morning. I got a late start already, so we were going to start at 10. I got there at 10:18, and right as I pulled in the driveway, oh, it's a rough day. I don't have the keys for the house. They're on the keychain to my truck. You can see I'm driving my car right now. So I get to drive back to the warehouse. Mitch gets to wait in the driveway for half an hour, and hopefully we'll get started soon. All right, got the keys. Let's get back over there. Mitch is waiting in the driveway. All right, we are all done. We're just short of 500 lots. I did not film at all yesterday, and I barely filmed today because we were just rushing to get this one done. But I will give you a walkthrough, and I think we left a light on yesterday. So I don't know how much up here I showed, but we went through a bunch of small lots in the kitchen here. This guy, I'm really excited to see what he goes for. We did find, notice the big difference in lots. This is added later. Mercury dime and a wheat penny. It's probably only gonna go for $4 or $5. But then we go in here, and that's the light that I think we left on yesterday. I'm gonna turn that off right now because we're not supposed to be leaving lights on when we go to these. But we got a whole bunch of smalls up here. These two china sets should go for really good money. This one, no, not this one. This one and I guess just this one. For some reason I thought there was another really good one. I don't want to pick that up. Right here, Noritake. I think it's like 80 some odd pieces. This should do decently because it's a big set. I think this was the other Mitel, I think. Mito. There's this lot and then there's another lot of it because we found some later. Continuing on through here, all nicely sorted on tables. And then from there we go into, we got a few things in here like this Western jacket, which hasn't been cleaned since 1983. I mean, it was 1982. So it hasn't been cleaned in over 40 years. Some other vintage clothing. And then we come into these rooms, just contents of bathroom, contents of closet. You'll notice how organized these rooms are now. Remember how much of a mess they were before. But this is mostly just furniture, a couple of contents of table lots. In here, we've got a cabinet with contents, we got the decor on here, and then the table. And in here, this room that you could barely walk in before, completely cleared all that off, which is now in here. We took the pictures up there and then put it in the box. The bed, some odds and ends throughout here, and the contents of closet. All of the clothes in the dressers we just put in the closets. That way the dressers are empty for pickup day. And then lastly, this room, which also you could barely walk in, is nice and organized. I don't know if this is gonna sell. It's not old, it's made to look old, and the top got pretty damaged. I'm guessing she had a plant here and the water damaged the press board. Desk probably won't sell, but the contents I'm sure will. We got this. Again, another closet with a lot of stuff that we found laying around that wasn't worth putting on its own. And then we move on to the living room. We've got a much cleaner living room. We basically cleared all the surfaces. That's a lot, that's a lot. This couch probably isn't gonna sell, but you never know, it just looks so heavy. Nightstands, probably not gonna sell just because the tops are in very rough shape. I think a lot of this is because she had plants sitting on everything and it damages the wood. This buffet got cleared off. We get 2 lots of lamps. And then this is most of what was on the buffet. And then we've got the curio, and you can see there's another lot card inside for the contents. Same with this one. Same with this one. This is a really neat cabinet. I like this webbing, the patterns on the sides. It's really cool. And then we'll head down into the basement because I gotta turn lights off down there. I don't know why this is open. It's been bothering me all day. Oh, you might notice the kitchen table here is gone. The family who wanted it came and picked it up today. So I think there's a ghost in this house. Stay. All right, now moving on to the basement. Down here, I guess we could have listed all the rugs, but we didn't. We start with this room, which you remember was very packed. We basically, that shelving is 1 lot, that's 1 lot, that's 1 lot, this is 1 lot, exception being the liquor, that's its own lot. In Wisconsin, you do not need a liquor license to sell liquor if it's part of an estate like this. So if someone just brings it to our warehouse, we can't sell it. But in the home like this, we can. And then we've got another lot for under the stairs. This stuff went so far back. There was so much stuff down here. There wasn't a lot of value in this room. There were a few things that we pulled out, but really not much. Now, if we had the space, I would absolutely split some of this up, especially with Christmas around the corner. Like, this would go on its own, but we don't have the space to lay it out. That's kind of the issue when we do these estates. So we end up having to sell that shelf full of Christmas stuff as 1 lot. But given the season, I'm sure it'll do pretty well. We also found a bunch of fireworks in here. Those typically do pretty well. We had some really crappy fireworks in the last one, and it sold for like 30 bucks. And she had these containers all over the house. There's another one down there. Technically, you can't sell them. They're property of the post office, but we're selling the stuff in it. And maybe the buyer will be kind enough to take that back to the post office for us. Over here, we found some 1920s and 30s magazines we split up. If you're wondering, there are not cigarettes in there. It's just the filters and the roller. And then she had a bunch of empty boxes that she refilled. Cigarettes, I don't think we can sell. I never really looked into it. Over here, a lot of this was under the stairs. It's like garden decor, statues and stuff. We got some furniture, some movies, books, games scattered throughout. These are the individual lots. A lot of this doll furniture. I'll be excited to see what it goes for. There's like all 4 of these lots are doll furniture. There's another one up there, and then there's another one down there. That's mostly the open ones. The ones up here are mostly all new. This chair, we lifted up the cover and somebody had an accident. We're still gonna sell it because it's a Lazy Boy. Somebody will still buy this. We have sold disgusting, damaged, broken Lazy Boys, but if it's a Lazy Boy brand, it seems to sell. Shelf is a lot. There's a lot. This whole corner of crafting stuff is a lot. Whoever buys this table set will get a nice little bonus because we found another chair for it in the other room. So there are actually 4 matching chairs and 3 chairs that don't match it. Then we got the dollhouse here. I love the detail on there. Still can't figure out what this is, but every time we walk on it, more of these tiles come up. That side's a little more solid. Over here, you can just hear the mortar crunch. I don't know if that shows up on camera, but anyways. So, bookshelf. We did, each one was the books and then another lot for the shelving unit. I'm really hoping the people who bought the shelves come later. That stained glass is actually built into the bookshelf. We did the records all together. It didn't seem like there was anything special there. More just random lots through here. It was kind of fun to pick up all these pillows because all we did was we just lifted up the blanket so we can get a picture of the couch. In here is where things get really chaotic. Here, we're selling the hospital bed. I took the pictures just like that. Contents on top is 1 lot, hospital bed is 1 lot. Hopefully the person who buys those comes first. Sewing machines should do well. This serger, a Toyota serger. I didn't look up what it's worth, but I bet that goes for a few $100. This lift, like for people who need help getting out of bed, you can lift like disabled people and stuff. So that should do all right, but it's untested. And then in here, we did plug this in overnight and it turns on, but that's all we get. In fact, we had a little bit of yellow this morning, so does not work. It likely needs a new battery, but it should still sell decently. More stuff through here. All this department 56. More stuff through here. Washer and dryer does not get sold. Freezers do. Contents of bathroom. Can you imagine taking a shower in here? There's not even tile on the wall. It's just the cinder block. Which is also weird that this room, like these are cinder block partitions. That feels flimsy because it doesn't touch the top. But then you get this one here too. This is your bomb shelter, I guess. So that, I think, is it for this house. We still got to go outside. I forgot about this center area. We got a couple lots here. And in here, there wasn't really much for special tools. So we just kind of did each cabinet with its contents. And then we did 2 lots for the stuff on the wall. Well, I figured this out yesterday. I've been coming in here to pull that chain in the dark to turn the light on and off. Turns out there's a light switch built into the shelf here. Next, we'll go outside. And I'm not going to show you this 2 lots in the front. I guess I can show you as I'm leaving. I want to get out of here so I can get this auction uploaded. So outside, we just kind of divvied everything up into lots. I did call to find out if we're selling this rain barrel. It wasn't mentioned that we're not selling it, but I called just to verify and they said go ahead and sell it. Everything down here is being saved. They had a tarp covering stuff and things labeled, but the wind blew the tarp away. So rather than try and guess what they want us to sell and what they don't, we're just gonna leave everything down there. This is such a weird setup. I wonder if there's a hot tub down here. Because you come down these steps to concrete, there's no gate. There's no way to get out there. I don't see any place to hook up a hot tub though. I don't know why this is like this. Seems like it would have made more sense to put a gate here, or maybe to just have the fence come across here. I don't know. But anyways, a couple other items. Whatever that is, that might be the pool pump. They said don't sell it. There's a lot. And then we've got down here an annoying area to get to. Fountain and items behind it. If I bought this house, I think this pool would come out. I don't know. The deck is in rough shape. I don't know what I would do with the deck. Maybe, I mean, look at this, God. Maybe just go on the edge here, cut it, remove everything that way, and maybe rebuild some. Who knows? But then out here, this is, there we go. Everything on the back deck here is one lot. Everything in this area here is one lot. We got a lot of some decor and bird feeders along there. We got a little lot down here. Fire pit, that thing. I'm pretty sure I showed you the inside of these. I don't want to open them again, but that's 2 lots inside the shed. There's a lot. There's a lot. This is probably going to sell, but they're probably just going to take these 3 items and leave all the wood. Speaking of wood, these firewood racks along the side are a lot. And then this gorilla cart is a lot. The last thing we're going to do is turn the heat down. It is getting below freezing outside, so we'll probably turn it to like 50. That way pipes don't freeze in here, but they're also not paying to heat a vacant house. Oh, speaking of temperature, me and Mitch were joking about this earlier. You have no idea how badly I wish this was accurate. It should be like up here. It's very cold out. Out front here, we got a couple of planters. These ones are not being sold because they're actually attached to the brick in the house. But then around here, we've also got this little stand with planters, and that's it for the front of the house. So, I'm gonna trip on something one of these days. We will be back here in a week and 1 day where everything will be sold and all cleared out in about a 6-hour time frame. I wonder if they're Florida Gators fans. So we are back, 437 of 499 lots sold. I was a little disappointed. We only did 6,068 on this one. So if you've been following the news, Cloudflare went down today, and we are, I don't know, hosted by, or in some way our website exists because of Cloudflare. And so that caused a lot of problems, and I think that's what hurt the bid on a lot of things here, which really stinks. Hopefully the client is not going to be super annoyed when they see what it all sold for. So while cards are charging, I was just in like a 6-hour long, I think it was like 5 hours and 45 minutes long meeting. So I'm walking around a little bit because I am sore. Sitting is hard work. But anyways, we are full here. This is 2 auctions that just went online. Technically, one of them is going to go online in the morning because I'm importing the photos and everything. But between our own stuff, which we call the liquidation auction, this is stuff that came on pallets, and consignor items, which is pretty self-explanatory, we have about 28 pallets of product in this auction, which is more than a full truckload. So that's pretty exciting. The reason we push so much through here is because we've got a warehouse sale coming up in a couple of weeks. You can see I've got the last red box in here. For some reason, this one is not selling. All the sale leftovers from the last warehouse sale. So the sale is coming up, and we're trying to clear some space. But yeah, we are jam-packed full up here. In addition, I mean, we got like a brand new snow blower there. That thing. Then we come over here. We have this. A couple pallets here. And the reason is because we're trying to empty this room out, and it's dark, the lights are off, but you can see how empty it is in here. This room used to be full. There's a narrow path down the middle, not even wide enough to run a pallet through. So we put a lot up here. We took stuff down. This was full. We took stuff down for the next sale, refilled it right away. But also over here, and again, I know it's dark, but we've got 4 pallets of merchandise that are in the auction as well. And the reason is because we have 2 truckloads coming in this week. Today is Tuesday night. We've got one Thursday morning of Amazon stuff and one Friday morning that's mostly new toys. So it should be a good warehouse sale. But that means we needed to get rid of a lot of stuff to make room for it. And me and Mitch just stayed late this whole week and pounded through all of this inventory. And I am thrilled with the amount we were able to get out here. All of this will be leaving the building. This shelf, it looks so empty from this angle because this shelf is empty because we need space for one more auction, because when we get back from auction pickup, we're going to start another one right away. But this place is just so full. It's going to be so weird how quick this empties out. Now, because I was in a 6-hour meeting, this is for my other job. I am on the board of directors for a credit union. So because of that, I'm so tired. I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh, I didn't get to watch the auction close, so I have no idea. I literally just saw for the first time what everything sold for when I showed you. I don't know what each item sold for. I haven't looked through that yet. It has been so busy. But that's why there weren't really any videos of this auction closing. So we'll scroll from the most expensive to the least. Obviously, the gold is highest. Lawnmower. The ceramic tree went for $155. The Department 56, $125. I bought this little blow mold for $80. I think it's really neat. I'm gonna hang that in my window probably. The KitchenAid stand mixer went for $100. The gross Chicago Bears hats went for $65. Bears fans aren't smart, anyways. What else we got? $70 for all the Christmas stuff. $75 for this paddle wheel on the wall in the garage. $60 for the mushroom canisters. Just kind of scrolling here. Thought I bid on more stuff. I did have a few bids in. Oh, I bought the Surger for $37.50. This is one of those things that I thought went way cheap. Looks like I got outbid on the doll furniture. I think I bought some of it. Doll furniture has some decent value on eBay, so that's why I bid on a couple of those. Let's see, the liquor, $27.50. Oh, good, this one up. Last I saw, this cabinet was at like $4, and this, I really like this. It just doesn't match my decor. I thought about bidding on it, but at least it went for $30. Dishes, $27.50. Ooh, sweet, I got this watch. This is Wisconsin Bell System, and it'll fit well with my Wisconsin collection. And it was only $27.50. Looks like I got outbid on the sheets. Wow, this TV sold for $25. I guess CRTs are making a comeback. What else? Looks like I got outbid. I must have got outbid on all the dollhouse furniture. Just keep scrolling here. Oh, whoops. When I took this picture, I did that to block because those tapes aren't included, and I had meant to come in and edit it and put a black box over it. I guess I missed that. Oh well. That's why I put my hand in front of it in case I forgot to edit it. I got the watch band too, also Wisconsin Bell System. This desk with contents in the workshop sold for $20. This Franklin half sold for $20. That did pretty good. The coins all did really well. There was a Mercury dime with a wheat penny. No, the years weren't special or anything. Oh, I wanted this. This was cool. The years weren't special or anything, and it's still, last I saw it was at 7. I don't know if it finished higher. This brick, I have no idea what the significance is, but that would have fit well in the Green Bay collection. But I wasn't watching the auction end. I would have bid more than that. That's page 1. Let's go to page 2. You can see at page 2, we're already at $15. Ooh, sweet. I got the Oneida Bingo thing. I'll hang that on the wall. More dollhouse furniture I missed out on. But you can get an idea of what it sold for here. I'm guessing that East High School yearbook, that I'm putting in my Green Bay collection. Looks like I got most of the stuff I bid on, just not the doll furniture. But anyways, you can get an idea of what the stuff sold for. Like here, 1, 2, 3. This is $5 in face. It sold for $9. Now under 10, we take 50%, meaning the client will only get $4.50. So what I might do is throw an extra buck or two on that one for them, just because I feel bad basically paying out less than face value to them. Let's see. Yeah, I'm guessing those sold, the Mercury dime and the penny, for $7, unless I happen to miss it. This one, I'm glad I got outbid on. I bid on accident going for the Surger. We're at 7 already. I still don't see it. We might scroll through this whole auction. Got myself a good deal on a suitcase that I don't need. There you go. $7. 1940p wheat cent and 1944p Mercury dime. $7 for those. It is the frozen tundra out here. This is not going to be a fun day for pickups. Oh, I thought it'd be crunchy when I stepped on it. For the first time in my life, I'm actually ahead of schedule. Normally, I show up about 5 minutes after Mitch to these, but I saw a sign for an estate sale. So since I have 14 minutes and I'm about 5 minutes away, I'm going to hit that estate sale if I can find it. I got to be quick in and out, though. I must have driven past it. Prices are a little wild, but I found this for $9. I didn't look it up, but probably about 40 or 50 bucks, and then some Green Bay fishing pins for $3 that I just wanted for myself. Boy, their prices were high and they would not budge even $1. But anyways, I got those two items, cost me 12 bucks. The Walkman I did end up looking up when I got in the car. It is about 40 bucks on eBay, so that pays for my pins. Oh, remember how I said I'm usually about 5 minutes late? Well, I was supposed to be there 4 minutes ago, so it's gonna be about 5 minutes late. So we are back, and I did not get Miracle on 34th Street because a viewer got it for me. This is from Kyle, who bought it, who bid against another viewer who was trying to get it for me. And I had multiple viewers reach out to me and say that they wanted to win it for me if I wasn't already winning it. So Kyle and everybody else who is gonna bid on this, I appreciate it. Busy road, no street parking. It's chaos. So we've got 2 here, 1 back here, a couple on the street, and technically there's no street parking allowed here, but there is enough room for parking, so we're just letting people do it. And hopefully the parking attendants don't show up. We also had someone show up thinking we were, actively selling the items like a regular estate sale. And so we told her, and that usually happens, that it was everything sold, it was online, but then I pointed her to the estate sale down the road. There are cars parked all the way down the street in both directions. This is chaos. I keep having to block traffic so people can get in and out. So one little drawback of the way we do it here is the person who came for the shelf is here and the person who bought the books is not. So that means I need to empty all these books off. I ran out of change, so I had to come back to the truck to resupply. And the truck is around the corner. So I'm not being good at filming today. This morning I got some pretty bad news, so I am in a bit of a mood. Not as cheery as normal. But that'll pass in time. And we can get back to the normal schedule soon. Emptying this out is going to be even worse than the books. You guys won't believe what Mitch did. He left a donut box. So it's starting to get dark out, so I'll show the sheds are emptied out. Ooh, it really stinks in here. There must have been something dead underneath something. Did not smell this bad before. Well, it doesn't smell like something rotting. It smells like someone peed in here. But anyways, so that one's emptied out. And this one, oh, I'm surprised he left all that chicken wire. But pretty well emptied out. I feel very strong. Customer couldn't get shepherd's hook out of the ground, so he goes back to try and find a shovel, and I was able to pull it out. And then he struggled with this, and I was able to pull that out. Everything he struggled with I was able to get, but each time he went back to his truck to find something, and he came back and it was out. They call me the Incredible Rabbit. Forgot to bring a light for this room. It's very dark in here now. These things blend in so well with the cabinets, I didn't even realize they were there. So we're just about done. It's like 6 o'clock. We'll do a little walkthrough back here. I'm pretty sure this didn't sell. I wonder if this sold. $488. I'm pretty sure that's sold. Someone must have forgot it. Person who got this, it was in a grouping of other stuff. They must not have wanted it. Is this locked? No, there it is. Whatever it is, they didn't want it. I think that's about it up here, and I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see back here. There's a board right here that's rotted out. I almost fell through, so I put a brick there, and we just warn everybody as we go back. So a lot cleared out of there. That stuff cleared out. There wasn't a lot of stuff out here that sold. Log racks are gone. This lot didn't sell. So that's outside. I know it seems like a scary movie going around in the dark like this. By the way, daily pineapple. Someone bought this and another similar sized piece of furniture and requested shipping, and they never showed up. So they're not getting a refund, they're not getting their stuff. It specifically said local pickup only on those. All right, we are all done. It is 6:15, 45 minutes after we closed. The last person just left. Let's do a walkthrough. You can see this is pretty much emptied out. I do like this floor mat here. Guy cleared all of that, what he could from the bottom. That U-Haul, he lives over an hour away and was here at like 3:30. We close at 5:30. I said, I think I'm gonna need to make multiple trips. I told him to go get a U-Haul because there would be no time. If he lives an hour away, that's 2 hours round trip. And it's a good thing because he would have needed more than 2 trips. He filled that thing up. So these sold. The person forgot them or just changed their mind. Let's go in here in the kitchen. Cabinets. I don't like leaving these partially open. Just presentation for when the client comes in here. I want it to look reasonably clean. The kitchen is all emptied out. This item did sell. It was never picked up. So I'm just leaving that here. Cabinets are all empty. Moving on in here. That didn't sell. I emailed them this morning. I still never got confirmation from the client if we can give away unsolds. Because I would have liked these. They're kind of neat. But oh well. Without confirmation, I'm not going to take things that didn't sell or give them away. This was the other thing that person wanted shipped. We're not shipping them. Those are way too big. But this room, I already checked the doors, make sure they're all locked. These are all unsold. We kind of cluster them into one little area. That way, if they gave us permission to give away the unsolds, it's all right there. This was purchased by someone who's related to the client, and I guess they're cousins, and she was able to get a hold of the client, so she's able to pick it up after we leave. This is just family photos and cleaning supplies that the client had tagged not for sale because they're gonna need them. In here, we're all cleaned out. Look at this floor though. There are spots on this floor that are bad. And a hardwood in the kitchen just seems weird. Living room, it's dark. Oh, they didn't take their lamps. These are kind of cool lamps, but I have no room in the truck. Here, now that it's dark, I can show you. I forgot to do this when we were taking pictures. So you can have just these on, or the regular lamp on, or both. And obviously one of the bulbs is out. But these are kind of neat. The person who bought them was a little overwhelmed with the amount of stuff they bought, so they left them behind. They also left all of this behind. This is the stuff that was in the hutch. She took what she could. I also ransacked this and grabbed a few things after she had left. I can't tell. Yeah, I think they painted just somehow behind the hutch. I think that's the old paint color. Look at this. Whoever buys this house, it's going to be a complete gut job. It's also really annoying because this almost steps down because there's hardwoods here, which is a lot thicker than the carpet. So if I own this place, this living room, it steps down right here, and then you feel it step up a little bit right here. I would, obviously the carpet needs to go. I would put 1/2-inch subfloor down over the existing subfloor and then carpet or whatever over it. And it's more even. So, anyways, moving on. This, I think, has hardwood under it. It doesn't have that issue. Bathroom is cleared out. They left some of the decor items in here. And this nice little thermometer. In this room, I think this room has the most unsold. This is completely emptied out. What is that? What is this? Oh, access panel for the tub. And some sort of pump or something? I have no idea. Interesting. So anyways, all of this is unsold. This is more of the individual ones. The stuff that was on top of here did sell. It was cleared off and we filled her back up from other rooms. So all of that's unsold. And here, this emptied out. And here, this closet emptied out. This did not sell. This style dresser never sells. I didn't think it was gonna sell, but it's one of those things we try it just to see. I think this was all on here. I don't know why they cleared it off if they didn't take the headboard, but that was all left. The headboard was initially sold with the bed, and the bed did sell. And then we've got this room here, the office. The contents lot sold. That was the same lady with the glassware that was overwhelmed, so she left a bunch behind. That sold to the person who wants it shipped. We're leaving it here. The pressboard desk, and this didn't sell. This would have been a nice sale, but the top is all messed up. And I mean, it's not old, it's pressboard. And then closet emptied out. And I believe that is it for this floor. This did not sell. So let's go down to the basement. I think the clients are gonna be thrilled when they come in here and see how much is gone. There's still a lot of stuff in this house, especially in the basement. But I mean, you saw how full this house was. So let's start here. That didn't sell. Books are gone. All the canning stuff is gone. This, to be honest, we didn't even look at it, but it's likely, yeah, it's all empty boxes that she'd saved. So all of that's just gonna have to get thrown away. The table did not sell. The fireworks sold. The guy didn't pick it up, so I'm taking them. And this I just thought was cool. It was on that lot that sold. If it sold and was left behind, then I'm comfortable taking it. If it didn't sell, then I'm not, since they didn't give us permission. So all of this is Christmas that's gone. They did leave one box. I'm gonna look through there, see if there's anything cool in there. And then all of this is cleared out, and all of this is cleared out. Back there, cleared out. So then we'll take a walk into this room. This room, a lot has left this room, but it doesn't look much different. Remember there was a kitchen table here, that's gone. Most of the stuff on here is gone. Those books are still there. These didn't sell, but someone asked if they could buy it. So that we did. We added a $2 bid, the opening bid, as if they bought it. They paid for it. The client will get, their percentage. And she only wanted a few bucks off of it, so I let her do that, and then I grabbed a couple after she was done. I mean, this stuff, I'm not surprised this chair didn't sell, but we have sold Lazy Boys in worse condition. Especially because we did disclose that this was items in this house. We did disclose that items in this house have been exposed to cigarette smoke because it is a smoker's house. You can smell it in here. And I think people with really sensitive noses would really notice it. So we made sure to disclose that in the auction. I think that was this lot number 2 or something like that, was basically just a lot that said that. So that's why a lot of this stuff I think didn't sell, especially the upholstered furniture. I will note that really crappy old couch in the living room sold. That's why we try on stuff that I know isn't gonna sell. We still try, because every so often something will sell. And that couch, it may have only been $2, but it's a big heavy thing the client doesn't need to lug out of here. So this dinette set didn't sell. And then all this stuff, oh, this is brand new. I'm taking this. There's a Band-Aid on it. What about this? I don't think I want that. What's in here? Yeah, I'm taking this. It did sell. It's the table that didn't sell. It was from this area that was getting cleared out. This lot must not have sold. I'm not sure. And then the books, he took, 2/3 of them or so. Moving on, in the sewing room, the hospital bed didn't sell, but all the junk on top of it did. I did not think that was going to sell. In here, this didn't sell, but all the sewing stuff did. So a lot of stuff gone in here. Look at the water damage right there. It's rotted out and all around the vent. Maybe water was coming in through the vents at one point. Well, no, there's more here. In here, the treadmill did not sell, but a lot of other stuff did. This sold. They just took what was in it. They left the cabinet. I should probably grab these. The person who bought the shelf forgot the tops for him. The guy who bought this freezer, he bought both of them. He said he couldn't get this one up the stairs by himself, so he left it, which is kind of a bummer, but I don't think he paid much anyway. This didn't sell. Oh, he took all this out. I'm gonna put this back in that freezer just so the client doesn't have a little mess here. And then over here, cleared a lot out of here. That's cleared off. There's somewhere over here, off camera, but there's a dead mouse over here. Multiple dead mice have been found throughout pickup day as stuff was cleared out. So I think that's about it for this house. I'm really tempted to take this jam. I bet it's really good, and I can't imagine how much work got put into it. I hope the seller doesn't just throw it all away. I hope the family takes it. So last look before we get out of here. I think someone will turn this into a really nice house. That backyard is so nice. Unfortunately, the busy street is a big turnoff. And the last thing we do is check all the doors, make sure every door is locked, even if we never used it, just on the off chance that someone came in and unlocked it, either accidentally, maybe they were using the door, or more maliciously, they were trying to plan on getting in later. So that's all I got for this one. Boy, it's dark. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it wasn't more entertaining. It's been a rough day for me. So anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Warehouse sales coming up. That will be December 4th through the 14th for those of you who are interested, and the videos will be following that. See you later.